what's up, everybody? Thank you for checking out this episode of Chewin the Rag. Today we have very special guest, somebody that I met on TikTok through streaming. He's going to get into all the content that he's been doing, plans that he has. Super excited to talk to him. My man, DeAndre. How you doing today, DeAndre?
Sir, I'm perfect, bro. I'm doing great. How are you, bro? How are you?
I'm doing good, man. I appreciate you coming on. I'm really looking forward to kind of just getting to know you a little bit.
Sir.
Uh, people, I think people think I'm lying. Like, I only know what I know from your streams. Like, I don't reach out to you. I don't ask questions. I don't.
Yep.
We just do this off the cusp. So I
Super
just think
raw.
that's the most natural way to get to know somebody. And
Yeah.
you just come off as a super nice guy and talkative and whatnot. So
Yes,
I think this is
sir.
gonna be a lot of fun.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I like the raw format, man. Like, I like the way you keep it. This is like the best way to get genuine interactions and conversations. You know what I mean? So let's do it.
Nah, exactly. And again, thank you. And so let's just start. How long have you been streaming? So you primarily stream on TikTok, or is it only on TikTok now?
Yeah, so I stream on TikTok and YouTube. So since Verdansk came back out into Call of Duty, the old Warzone map, it came out in like April. So I started streaming since like April 3rd, I believe. Yeah, April 3rd.
And you have, I mean, I've been only here probably about a month now. I'd say it's roughly give or take. And I mean, just the consistency. The thing that I liked about your stream, what drew me in, is I know between 4:30 and 4:35, it
Mhm.
started up, and you're there, and it's every day. It's not even. I tried to get you on a Sunday at like 4, and you were like, "Not stream." And I was like, "Oh, it is like it's that structured." So,
Yeah,
is that something that was important to you? Is like having that structure?
absolutely. So during high school, I actually went to a military academy. It's a first day military academy in Delaware. And that's where I learned to implement structure into everything that I do in life. So structure is very important to me. And I think that it's important to build and establish a viewership in like a supporting base. Being there every single time, the same exact time, every single day because it's a form of reliability. Like you will be considered reliable to the people that watch you, and they will come there every single day as long as you're there, and that's why I do that.
No, that's true. That makes sense. I even, I was talking to my wife, and it's kind of hard to be structured sometimes, just because I got two kids. I'm not working right now. Luckily, I have a job, but the kid was just born, so I got some paid leave, which is good.
Congrats, though, bro.
So yeah,
Congrats.
thank you. I appreciate it. So like
Of
right
course.
now, it's a little sporadic, but it's. I was like, we need to try to come up with something, and she agrees. She's like, because that's only going to benefit her too. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
she's out there right now. I'm recording this. She's hanging out with two kids, so it's like, so I appreciate her support more than anything. But
Yeah.
it would just be easier for her if I also stuck to that. And I kind of got that from you, where I was like, I know 4:30 on the dot. Like he's gonna be here. He's gonna do his
Sir.
stream. He plays with the viewers at this time. Like I know your schedule. You know what I mean? So if
Right.
I know your schedule,
Yeah,
these
that's
people popping
awesome.
in know your schedule. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like,
No, I really do appreciate that, man, because that's the whole point in having such a like strict schedule, so people can adapt to that, and then, like I said, just rely on you to be there. So that's awesome that you at least know what it is. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah, no, and I think I said this to you. I think it was just yesterday where I was like, consistency is being rewarded, and you can see
Yes.
that in your streams. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
before, I was like, oh, yeah, 50 viewers, and obviously the viewers will come. But now I see 50, and I'm like, oh, okay, he must have had, and now it's 80, and then it's
Yeah.
100, and it's like it's going up and up and up. And I think
Right.
the consistency pays into that. Obviously, the content's good. You play Warzone
Yes.
primarily. The
Yes.
content's good. You're great at Warzone, but
Thank you.
you engage
Thank
with
you.
everybody who comes in. You follow back
Yes.
everybody who follows, and you're
Right.
there this time every day. So I think when I say consistency is being rewarded, I think that's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, bro. Like I appreciate the acknowledgement, and it wasn't always like this. I I've been doing social media for a long time, but prior to this, I did a faceless channel where I just kind of reconstructed viral TikTok clips and viral streamer
Mm.
clips. And I actually have another page that has like over 1 million followers, but I never showed myself or showed my face. And I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna scale this up to a certain point, and then I'm gonna launch a gaming channel on the same account. And it was a fail. Like I streamed on that account for 3 months, and it was a fail. Primarily, only had like 10 viewers, not a lot of chat engagement, and I also didn't bring the same energy I bring on this channel or the one that you watch
Mm,
now.
okay.
I would play with my friends, my brother, and I like when I would lose a game, like my energy was deplete, man. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll die in the game or I'll lose, and I literally just would completely crash, and I would see the viewership drop, but I would blame the game. I'd be like, oh, okay, so because I lost in the game or because, the dumb stuff of Call of Duty happens, right? I
Yep.
lost viewership, But after taking a lot of time to reflect on just the stats and how things were going at that time, I realized that I had to start a new account. I realized that I had to start a brand new account, get a fresh new algorithm. This isn't a channel that is geared to gamers. It was for music edits and streamer edits. So I was like, okay, let me start a new account. Um, Go ahead and come with a different energy on that account as well,
Mm.
right? And it is all, as you can see, you've been a part of it for the past couple of weeks. I started 3.5 weeks ago, and it is a totally different response than I've had on my other channel. So I just wanted to
No.
explain that to you to clarify.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, and it's like that's funny because I kind of did the opposite. So I started. I had a podcast back in like 2018, I think, but I never told anybody about it. It was kind of just like me in this little room, and
Right.
I was doing stuff, but I never really blasted it. And then in 2021, my boy came to me and he wanted to start one, but he was not as I would say consistent in regards to like what I wanted to do. I wanted to put out weekly episodes. I wanted to do this, and we recorded at my place.
Okay.
And if we recorded at 4 p.m., I was getting a text at like 3:45. Oh, I'm not gonna make it in my car, bro. I'm like,
Ah,
bro, we recorded 15 minutes. What do you
right,
mean,
right,
bro?
right, right,
Like,
right.
my wife's making, this is my house. Like, I
Mhm.
have to make adjustments for this. You got to let me know. Like, I still like the guy and everything, but definitely not somebody I would host a podcast with. No offense.
Right.
But, and then I started this up. It's going good. And I was like, I want to stream too. I enjoy playing games. Why not try to get something? And I did a side channel and it just didn't really gain that. And I was like, well, I talk to streamers on here. It's not like this isn't video game based. It's not like it's not entertainment based. So why don't I just do it under the same umbrella? And I've noticed that not a huge amount of growth, but definitely
Mhm.
it's on the up right now currently, which
Yeah.
is cool.
Right.
So I think really what you did and what I did are the same thing. You just really got to figure out how to tailor what you do to that viewership necessarily. Is what I'm
Exactly.
trying to say.
Right, exactly. Everyone has a different route that they have to take, especially when catching the algorithm for a different niche. The method could be totally different for somebody that does has a pet niche with dogs or cats, and
Yeah.
then I'm gaming. It's a totally different method in terms of catching the algorithm, and. But the main thing that is consistent in all aspects of content creation is posting every day and um, going live every day or whatever the case may be, like just some form of engagement every day. Even if you don't post every day, you could respond to your comments on your
Yep.
posts. You can respond to your likes. You can engage with your viewers on their posts and do like a like for like or a follow for follow, like old
Yep.
school type. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
yeah, it's like there's so many ways to go about it. But I really like what you're doing. The podcast with the streamers and stuff. Do you do only streamers, or is it just a variety of people?
No, it's a variety of people, but this was a market that I feel like was kind of untapped in the sense that there's so many people like, oh, it's so saturated. It's like, but we don't know these people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, it might be saturated, but you don't know DeAndre outside of that stream for this amount of hours.
Mhm.
You don't know, the next guy. And you have these big streamers who will have other famous people on, but nobody's really talking to these guys who are a tier or two below that.
Yeah. Right.
So for me, it was like, I like video games. I really didn't watch too many streamers until I
Mhm.
started the podcast because I wanted to tap into that a little bit,
Mhm.
and that's when it kind of developed into that.
Right.
But I talked to I've had ex UFC fighters on. I've had ex NFL one ex NFL athlete. I don't want to say athletes. I did that before. They're like, "We've had one." I'm like, "All right, I had one, but still, damn it,
Right.
it's still playing in the NFL."
Yeah. Yeah.
But and then I've just had people. I had like a toy collector on, just a hobbyist. As long
Mhm.
as you have some sort of passion for what you do, and I think that we can have a good conversation about it,
Mhm.
I tend to have people on. But I think I've had more streamers than anything on at this point.
That's actually awesome, man. Like, it's very unique, and I think that, like you said, everyone needs a like you got the big guys doing their podcast with the big guys. You need someone for the lower level and
Mm.
the lower realm of things, and that's why I'm thrilled to be on here. Like honestly, man, like I've always wanted to do a podcast or like an interview, and when I was younger, like I would just walk around my basement and just think about answers I would do for questions and
Yes.
stuff. You know what I mean? Like so this is my first like interview or podcast ever, and I'm living the dream right now, bro. So like
That's
I
awesome, man.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, of
No,
course.
no, thank you. It's fun. There's a lot of stuff behind the scenes, just like anything. Like people are, oh, you're just sitting in front of a screen. It's like I think I talked to you about this on your stream where you have moderators that will clip things, but you have to edit these things and you have to
Yes.
post these things. And
Yes.
like I'm not complaining. I like what I do. It's fun,
Right.
but there is work that goes into these things. It's not just let me have DeAndre come on. We're going to talk for a little bit and then I'm
Yeah.
done. I gotta send DMs. I gotta book these people. You gotta
Right.
then do the interview, edit it, post it, and again, not a complaint. I love it. It's fun. It's a great time. It's the easiest thing in the world to do because I like it.
Right. Right.
But what people don't see is the 500 DMs that don't get answered. And it's
Exactly.
like, you
Yeah.
got to be able to take no for an answer. You're going to have
Right.
a bad day streaming and you still got to be like, I did it though. And you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Yep. Yep. You gotta like really just take the good and bad days the same. You have to handle them the same way. I have a lot of rough days on stream where the games aren't going so well or the engagement is not all the way there. But that's why it's good to set goals, right? So like daily goals, things that you can accomplish easily, just for the case that the stream doesn't go amazing, or the podcast, or whatever case may be, the interview doesn't go amazing. At least you accomplish a certain set of goals within that, right? I had a rough stream the other day where my internet kept cutting out. I don't know if you were there or not.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, right.
I was.
So what a nightmare. Like what a actual nightmare, right? And I actually got like 40 followers that day or like 50 followers that day. Like I had like a small follow goal. All the people on my side of things that support me, they're like, hey, like even though the stream got cut short, like you met your follow goal, and that was enough for me. Like I'm gonna take that and I'm run with that and use that to motivate me for the next stream, even though things go
Exactly.
wrong. So that's just how I handle things.
No, that's good. Even me, like I have, I don't always have a guest, but I still want to put an episode out. So I got to sit here and just talk to myself in this screen
Mhm.
and hope that it's good. And I would find myself being like, I know the solo episodes are boring. And it's like, now you're prefacing it. You want them to be bored. So
Right.
I had to do better at not doing that and just being
Yeah.
thankful that these people are here, not trying to like
Right. Right.
downplay myself or what I'm doing. Like, we
Yeah.
need to understand that you're still showing up. These people are listening to this. They're watching you.
Mhm.
You might be having a bad time. Your stream might be cutting out, but don't downplay what you're doing at the same time.
Exactly. People are gonna go off the tempo you set. So
Exactly.
if you're in there and you're like, yo, I'm having a bad stream, some people might leave. Some people might be like, wow, I'm watching a bad stream right now. Like, what's my next move? Rather than like trying to shift gears, and be like,
Yeah.
all right, guys, some bad things are happening, but stay tight. We're gonna move to the next thing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But yeah, bro. If you ever have like if you ever just like find yourself doing a solo episode and you need or want um, any type of conversation or guest, I will literally show up at any time. Like I just want to throw that out there. Like
Yeah.
if
No.
you ever have a
Absolutely.
time where you don't have someone booked or anything, I will show up, man. We could talk about any topic. I just want to throw that out there.
No, I appreciate it. We actually, that's cool because I used to have my guy Mello. He would come on every like so often. He was a reoccurring guest,
Mhm.
and we would do topics. Like we did a topic on laziness. We did, I forget the other ones, but and they were just called like minutes with Mello. And that was a good filler when I didn't have a guest. I was like, oh, I could just do a minutes with Mello. Have him come on.
Right.
We'll talk for an hour about a specific topic, which I don't do, but for this specifically, we did, and those were cool. So I do appreciate you saying that because I will take you up on it.
Yeah, yeah, of course. I hope so. I hope so, bro. Like, definitely, man. I really like this format, and I definitely like what you got going on, bro. For sure. I can see a lot of success in it. I really can.
I
I really
appreciate
can.
that. Thank you.
Of
Yeah,
course.
no, I think I honestly just always have thought like off the cusp conversation, just two people sitting down having
Mm.
a conversation. I just feel like that's the best way to do it. I don't really, I ramble a lot, so going on a script just isn't going to work for me. I
Right,
need to be
right.
able to know like our conversation's real. We're not
Yeah,
reading a teleprompter.
yeah.
We don't have notes. Like
Right, right.
that's how I can gauge it.
Mhm. Yeah, you like it's very authentic. You know what I mean? Um, I like some. If you want to ask me questions or write down questions, sure. But like it, we can generate ideas by just bouncing back and forth.
Exactly,
You get what I'm
100%.
saying? You
Yep.
know. Um,
Like
do you play any games by any chance or no?
yeah, yeah. So right now I'm doing a college football stream.
Mhm.
The new one just came out. I
Okay.
do play COD a little bit here and
Mhm.
there. I'm jumping back into it. I wasn't playing it, and then I was watching you, and I was like, I'm gonna start playing this
Right,
again.
right. I'm
And I
glad to
think
hear
that's
that.
another thing. It's like you
Mm.
see these people playing it, and they're having fun doing it. It's like, damn, I remember having fun playing Verdansk. Let me pop in
Right,
there.
right.
Um, but yeah, no, I play just about. I'll play anything. I just downloaded a couple new ones yesterday. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I'm on PlayStation right now.
Okay.
So, but yeah,
Yeah,
right
that's
now the big
awesome.
one's the college football. That's what I'm trying to
Is
get
that
this
is that
damn
the
championship.
NCAA?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
nice. Yeah, that
Yep.
game is a big deal. That game used to be a big deal
It's
back in the day. So,
yeah. NCAA 14, I think, was the last one they,
yep,
and then last year they finally brought it
brought
back.
it
So I was like,
back. Yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
sick. That's awesome. But no,
It was
I
good.
appreciate that. Like saying that I motivate people to play or make you want to play because that's literally like the goal. You know, like I want to make people want to play the game, make people find fun in playing the game because like in my opinion, with gaming nowadays, the fun is just not there how it
No,
used to be. You
no,
know,
it's not.
it's just and that's with a lot of things in the movies, you know, media. Like everything is just kind of watered down, saturated. So that's the approach I took towards streaming. I didn't want to clickbait. I didn't want to click farm. I didn't want to try to go viral, right? I didn't want to ride trends. I kind of wanted to what I tell people like find my own little pocket in the internet space and then grow that organically, naturally. You know,
Yeah, no,
so
I
I'm very
completely.
pleased to hear that. You know, thank you
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
much.
I'm not a clickbait kind of guy. Actually, the last episode I had was with Maria Agapova. She was a former UFC fighter. She
Mm,
just did a bare knuckle fight. And one of the big things that I wanted to talk to her about was clickbait because she didn't even want to do the pod. She didn't. She was like, I don't really do these anymore because of stuff like this. And she showed me this article, and it was just somebody took her words and completely was like spun it 1,000%.
yeah,
And like,
right.
she is a name. She's not, she's not John Jones, but she has followers. She
Yeah,
has a winning MMA record. Like, you're tarnishing somebody's legacy that they're working on so
exactly.
that you can put that she's homeless and on drugs in your title or whatever it might be. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Mm,
So that was something I wanted to talk to her about. And it was cool to see her like gain that trust. She's like, okay, you know what? You seem like a cool guy. I'll do the pod. Originally, um, she said, why don't you just send me questions? I'll type answers to you and you can read them out loud. I was like,
okay.
that's fine. It's not my preference, but I'm gonna do that to accommodate you and still be able to have a
Right.
conversation with you because I appreciate the conversation.
Yeah.
And then she said, you know what? Never mind. Let's just do the pod. So, but I do think that clickbait, I just completely want to steer away from clickbait. I
Yeah.
don't appreciate it. I don't like it. And even not so much with streaming, but in podcasts, you're trusted to have these conversations and not spin somebody's words so that you can get people to click on your damn video.
Exactly. Exactly. It's an integrity thing, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like especially with podcasts. It's a lot of sensitive information is talked about on there. People's life experiences, their life stories, right? So like it's an integrity issue, and I like that sucks that she experienced that. But I'm also happy that she was also to see the higher quality of things on your podcast. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know?
No, I was completely thankful. She was in the tattoo shop. She also does tattoos. So she's in the tattoo shop working on a tattoo on fake skin, just practicing, getting some work done.
Okay.
And sat there with me for almost 2 hours and talked.
Wow.
So I was like, I really appreciate that you went from send me 5 questions and I'll answer it to why don't I talk to you for 2 hours? You know what I mean? So
Right. Right.
it spoke a lot about her character and it also spoke to me like, all right, you're doing the right thing. Just keep it up. That's all
Yeah.
that comes down to is
Yeah.
you gained somebody's trust that day that had no
Exactly.
business. You shouldn't have to do anything for you.
Right. Right. Exactly. No, that is amazing, bro. I like the tats too, bro. By the way, I see the
Oh,
sleeve.
Yeah, thank you,
Yeah, I
man. I
see the
appreciate
sleeve,
it.
bro. That's exactly. I'm trying to get like flowers, like right here. You know,
Yeah,
like all right
yeah.
here.
This is it. All connects. So there's a wolf on my chest that I'm working on
Mm.
right now. Yeah, this will all connect to here, and then
Ah, that's sick, bro.
yeah, yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah, that is sick, man. Oh my
Thank you,
gosh.
man. I
Of
appreciate it.
course. Yeah, of
Yeah,
course, bro.
I've seen because I've seen your hands obviously playing,
Yeah. Yeah.
but I've seen your hands were done. I didn't know how much you went up yet.
Yeah, so I actually got these first and then I just got these a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
Um these took me 16 hours. This was a one full day session. Yeah, full
Oh,
day
really?
session. But I'm trying to do the whole, I'm trying to do the
Yeah.
whole thing to connect to the chest. That's why I was like, oh, he got the
Yep.
wolf. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Yep.
sick, like what? What?
Yep. Yep.
That is
And
sick,
I'm big into like, so this is all like the Japanese stuff, and then this arm, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I got my firstborn son's name on it, so I got to put the second one somewhere
Yes,
because that's
nice.
just not gonna age right. It's
Right.
not gonna. It's gonna
Right.
be like, Dad, where's mine? I'm not doing that. So we got to
Yeah.
take care of that
Yeah,
first.
yeah. That's top priority, right?
How'd the hands feel when you got them done?
So they were really painful, like
Yeah.
really painful, extremely painful. But it is. So I do music as well. I rap, and it was part of investing into myself. Like, okay,
Mm.
I'm going to cultivate this image, but I want to stick out. I want to be eye catching. So at first, I was going to get a face tattoo, but I'm like, it doesn't fit my personality, right?
Mm.
And some people say, oh, the hand tattoos don't fit your personality, but I feel like it's all about what you portray. So how I see myself is not how you're going to see myself,
Right.
right? And no one sees you how you see you. You know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get tattoos, it's for yourself. And I got these to represent a big thing that I personally believe. I'm very spiritual, and I believe that there is life after death, and I believe that Earth is essentially like death. I feel like it's a slow death. Like we're slowly dying, and then we quote unquote die. But I feel
Mm.
like it's flipped. Like we're dead. We're slowly like completing death, and then we die, and then we actually live. So,
Reborn, pretty
so
much. Yeah.
right, exactly. So some people think, oh, I'm gang banging, or
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? Like I'm out here killing people. I'm the Grim Reaper. That's why I say that in my stream sometimes. Like, yo, it's the Grim Reaper. But
Yeah.
it's actually, to say, hey, like I'm aware of the fact that I am basically dead. I'm basically dead. I still have to appreciate my life and all those things. Again, I'm very spiritual, but I just believe in life after death. I truly believe that real life is when we die, essentially. Just to explain the hand tattoo, because I want to answer the question, tell you how I felt, but I also want to express that there is a deeper meaning to it,
No, I appreciate it. I
Mm-hmm.
appreciate that. I got um yeah, I got a buddy who's he's very big into a lot of things. He was on here. He's also a rapper,
Okay, nice.
very talented rapper.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Trip Shelton. Check him out if you want.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
he's very big into that factory reset. Pretty much
Mm-hmm.
comes after death.
Right.
And he started getting into mushrooms and everything. So I definitely
Yeah.
think that that woke him
Absolutely.
up a little bit.
Big time.
I think there's a reason he's got this
Right.
line of thinking, but he
Yeah.
also thinks very uniquely. He's somebody that anytime somebody brings up the pod, I refer to his episode because he just has a different thought process on things as well. So
Yeah.
just hearing you say that kind of I understood it completely because you're not the
Mm-hmm.
first person I've heard have those thoughts by
Right.
any means.
Right.
The gangbanging thing too, because he has an M on his face,
Mm-hmm.
and he donated plasma. I think it was. He was telling this story, and he's like, "You have to explain to these people what each tattoo is. You have to." And he's like,
Exactly.
"You got to tell these women that this bald-headed black man with an M on his face is not gangbanging.
Right. Right.
It is." Like,
Yeah.
I forget what it was. It was like for mutant or something because he had like a burn on his face. It just healed it. It was like
Ooh.
nothing happened.
Okay. Wow.
So I was like, I didn't really think about it as gangbanging because I just know you as a person. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess
And,
if you see a face tattoo, a hand tattoo, you're like,
yeah. You assume,
yeah,
and that's why I said like I had to tell myself like, hey, like no one's gonna see you how you see you. And just like you said, like you're gonna have to explain to people why you got this, right?
yes.
And why this is the thing. And that goes back to what I said on my stream a couple of days ago. talking about how you articulate or how I articulate, right? How I articulate versus what people expect, how people expect me to articulate, or how people expect me to carry myself based off how I look, whether it be race or whether it be appearance. People set stereotypes, right?
Mhm.
And there is a heavy stigma and stereotype towards tattoos. Like it's been forever. People see you with tattoos and they automatically assume things,
Yes,
right?
yeah, whatever it might be, they assume it.
Right. They just assume things.
Yeah,
So I'm very happy that what's his name, Trip Shot,
Yep, Trip
Trip
Shelton.
Trip Shot. I'm glad that you guys came into contact and you were able to hear what he had to say in like the things that were similar that I said, because
Yeah,
some people I speak to, they've never heard someone talk in that sense or that
yeah,
regard. So they're like, oh, like life after death, like, oh, this guy might be a little off, or
yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
you know what I
Nope,
mean? So
nope, nope. I got a buddy who's big. My son's godfather. He's like big into spiritual stuff. So
mhm,
trust me, I've heard a lot of things, a lot
right.
of different views and whatnot. So I take everybody's. I don't even whether or not I believe in certain things is one thing,
Mhm.
but
Yeah,
I'll respect anybody's belief into something. You know
right.
what I mean? Like, there's no
Yeah.
reason for me to be like, oh, this guy's crazy. Oh, this guy,
Mhm.
get this guy away from me. I'm not that guy.
Right, right. Now that makes
I
you a great
refuse to
host
be.
too.
I refuse to be that guy. That's not.
Absolutely.
Uh,
That makes you a great host, though. You know what I mean? Because some people have that podcast and they'll say, hey, this is my podcast. I'm going to implicate whatever
yeah,
views I want to implicate, right?
yeah.
And then there's other types of podcasts like this where it's like free form, free thought, no judgment, right?
No judgment.
So
Yeah,
I
nothing.
do appreciate that, bro. Honestly, I really do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then another thing I wanted to bring up to you.
Mhm.
So you've talked about this. You use a different phone for different content. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So what is that? Did you find that was just easier to separate your content, or was it
hmm
just like for the videos, it's a clog of the memory? What? How'd you come up with that?
Yeah, so it was just several reasons. Like the first main reason was the device memory.
Mm-hmm.
Um, device memory. Once you start making content and you're making batch content, you're releasing like videos every single day. Your video, your CapCut space, all that stuff is just going to get loaded.
Yep.
It's just going to get loaded. On top of the fact that my other channel has like 1.2 million on TikTok, and it's like 500 notifications a day. You know,
Mm.
and yeah, you can turn off notifications and all those things, but I realized, how about we just keep these notifications on this phone? Just keep it on this phone, okay? Then when I get this next phone, I can keep all the videos in this phone, all the notifications on this phone. I don't have one phone where I have videos for 3 different channels. I'm getting notifications from 3 different channels.
Yeah, true.
It's just too much. It's just too much. And anytime that I got a new phone, I would like to clarify something to some people. I got it on a discount, right? I'm not
Yeah.
just going out buying $1,000 iPhone
No.
16 for a channel. you know, uh, I got my iPhone SE for 99, and this is what I do, the DeandreYallGames channel, and then I got this one for 147, and I do this for my fit channel that I'm starting in 2 weeks, a gym channel that I'm starting in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that for sure.
Absolutely. So yeah, I'm not out here dropping 500. I'm not dropping 1,000. Not even close. I dropped like 200.
Yeah,
So
and
there you have it.
for the gym channel, because you've shown, because you got some trolls in your chat. They're
Yeah.
friends with the
Right.
UK guys. You know who I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. The UK guys. Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
But you kind of talked about that a little bit because you were talking about the gym content and they were busting your balls. You're like,
Yeah.
all right, here's the video from this. I've
Right.
been doing this, but
Yeah.
you've been talking about kind of really launching it in the next couple of weeks. So
Yeah.
what are you looking to do with that? What type of content? What's the goal there?
Okay, so with the gym content, it is very similar to the gaming. I am almost providing a service, but it is quote unquote disguised as a stream. So with the gaming, the service is teaching people how to play Call of Duty, right? Just inviting people into Call of Duty, getting people comfortable with the game in itself. But it's also like, you get something out of it if you are not playing with me. You know, even if you're just watching, there's something to take away from it. The same thing with the gym. So instead of me just working out on camera, lifting weights, I'll be working out on camera, teaching people how to do the workout, but also talking about something that can improve your life. So let's say we're going to go do a chest day. Not only during the session will I say, hey, here's how to do the chest workout, here's the contraction, here's how to, do your body, hold position, whatever. In between workouts and sets, I'll say, hey guys, the topic of today is taking care of your mental space. Here's what
Mm.
I do to take care of my mental space or whatever the case may be. Then when I go for my posts, I will make two different type of posts. If not one, I'm still deciding whether to segment it or put it together. But the daily post will just be the highlight of that day, which, so it's more so like 10-second clip of me saying, hey, make sure you drink a gallon of water a day,
Yeah,
and or
yeah.
something of that nature. It's going to be way more deep, but that's the format. It's just batch 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 making content, and then having a purpose within it. And that's another thing that I want to express, that you have to have a passion for what you do. and
Yes.
and I have a passion for just teaching people things and expressing myself and sharing myself with other people. So with the gym, I'm expressing my passion for working out, and then with the gaming, I'm expressing my passion for gaming. So I just want to share my knowledge with everyone else, and then I can just quit my 9 to 5 and boom,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep. Yep. I get that 100%.
you know,
You do, these follower games that you do
yeah,
7 p.m. after the main stream.
hmm,
People, you'll see people like, oh, I'm not very good. You're like, I'll teach you. I'll teach you.
right,
Like
right,
that's why you're gonna play with me. You're only gonna get better being in these situations where you're not comfortable. Maybe you
exactly,
don't like to push this team,
yep,
and you can transfer that into anything. Maybe you're not comfortable going to a gym, but if I'm almost like your virtual workout partner, I'm gonna walk you through this. I'm gonna make you comfortable with going to do these things. So,
exactly,
I can 100% see how those intertwine and kind of web together.
right, and I also tell people in my Discord. Some people message me privately. I am going to make a channel in the Discord specifically, but I tell people, like, don't do anything for money, but make sure you monetize yourself during your content creation journey, right? So don't just say, "Oh, I need to grind out gifts or I need to grind out subs." People do the battle TikTok
Yeah,
lives. Like,
yeah.
it's not, that's not really my thing. And I just not signed, but I just connected with a creator network recently, and a lot of their creators are battle creators. So they do
Oh, okay.
the the, the stream for the gifts. They grind the
Yeah.
gifts. And I tell people, like, yo, don't do nothing for money, but make sure you monetize yourself. So for the subscription feature for the fitness channel, it, instead of selling individual ebooks or individual training courses, basically, if you subscribe to me, you will be able to get a month's worth of training from me specifically, like
Okay. Okay.
individually. People spend hundreds and thousands of dollars on
Yeah.
trainers a month, but I literally will be selling my course for like $5, $10,
Yeah.
and you will be able to get certified training courses, because I'm so close to getting my training certification, like the actual training certification. And then you'll be able to get, like, boom, a training session for $10. It's literally like a huge bang for your buck. And I'm also looking to implement more stuff like that with the gaming as
Yeah. No, that's really cool. And for people who think like you're exaggerating, like you go talk to a personal trainer somewhere right now
well. Mm-hmm.
and ask me, even like a e-trainer, something like that, where
Yeah.
they just meet up with you once a week online and set
Mm-hmm.
your goals, go over things with you. That's hundreds of dollars. You know what I'm
Hundreds.
saying? Like that's
Yeah.
not an exaggeration. It's hundreds of dollars. So to be able to put out something like that, that's really cool. I like that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, bro. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to have the holy trifecta, like I explained last time. I'm trying to do music edits, music reactions on my DeandreYall channel. DeandreYallGames is gaming streams, playing with viewers, very heavy interaction. And then the fitness is like what we just discussed. And that is just going to run concurrently throughout the week, and posting every day on all channels and all of that. I'm trying to be like the biggest content creator in like 5 years. And when I tell people like 5 years, they're like, bro, what? 1 year, 2 years, like I'm like, no, like I'm thinking so far ahead and I'm planting the seeds now, right? So that's all it is. And I tell people like plant the seeds, right? Don't expect 1 year success. That
No,
you know,
no,
it's not common.
I don't think people understand like how quickly a year comes by too. Like
Exactly.
you're in a year, you probably won't feel like you should be where you're at in a year.
Right.
Not you personally, but somebody who might be setting
Yeah.
that high of a goal. Like
Hmm.
there's you letting yourself kind of get into a place where you can be disappointed.
Exactly.
Whereas a 5 year plan, maybe you're not where you're at in a year, but you're like, I still have 4 more years. Like
Exactly.
we're good. Like
Right.
let's not panic right now. Let's not get discouraged right now. Um, and plus, these are lofty goals. Like that's 3 channels. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of work. So
Yep.
why would you give yourself a 1 year? That doesn't make sense to me. I like the
Exactly.
5 year plan,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. Thank you so much, bro. Like it's something that I've it's taking me years to cultivate this plan, right?
Yeah.
It's not like I just thought of this overnight. It took me years to save up money to get this PC, to get this monitor, to get this camera, to get the green screen. Like all this came over time, and I tell people that as well. They say, hey, should I start streaming with what I have now, the equipment I have now? I told him, I said, yes, you can. But what I would like to relate to you is that it is okay to save up for the equipment and start with the best equipment.
Yes.
It's not either or. Like you can't. It's more so like, yeah, you can start with whatever quality camera, whatever quality monitor, but you can also save up the same way I did and then start off because I think that is a big difference with my content versus a lot of other amateur Call of Duty players' content. Like I'm on a very expensive PC, I have a very expensive camera. My quality is very raw and it's very high quality compared to someone that is posting off of an Xbox, right?
Yes. Yes.
And no slight to nobody else that is playing on a console, right, or
Oh
anything
no.
else, But I realized that with the posts, not necessarily the live, with the posts, they are performing better than my other posts. And you can go to my page. It's called DeandreYall, just without the games. And you will see Call of Duty posts, but they are not like the ones that I post now. The quality is not as good. The pacing is not as good. The editing is not as good. And this is from my own failures. I don't even compare someone else's post to mine. I posted old Call of Duty posts and they did no views compared to the ones I do now. Interaction, views, all of that. So I tell people like quality is important. And that is something a lot of people overlook because they're rushing to become a big streamer in a year.
Yes.
Just like we
Yep.
said.
Yep. 100%. No, I can see that. Like I said, I am on console. I used to just do the PlayStation Share, whatever it might be, and I
Mhm.
would just stream YouTube from there, and
Right.
it was all right, but it's not the same. You could
Yeah.
see a night and day difference if you check a YouTube stream from then and then hop in one of my TikTok streams now, and it's like,
Right.
oh, okay, like
Yeah.
this is where you should have started. Like,
Right. Right. Right.
it is the benefit is you get to see the growth if
Yes.
that's something you're into. If you're like, look at where I've been, where I am,
Mm.
but you can just skip all that and start off high quality, and then
Yes.
you hit the ground running. So
You can hit the ground running and you can get a better reception, a better
yes,
beginning reception.
yes,
You
I
know,
agree with that.
yeah. Like I promise you, my other posts that I made on my other account, I did not edit before. Like before, I would stream 6, 7 hours a day, and I wouldn't edit my shorts. I would use the highlight feature in TikTok Studio. So at the bottom of my controller, I
Yes,
press this button and it will automatically clip a highlight. But I would just post the highlights, and it's just like I would barely get views. All my stuff stopped at like 600, 700, if not 500
yeah,
views. And then when I started my new channel and I actually started editing my content and putting time into the quality, my post started getting 900 to 1,000 views.
mm,
And I saw a big difference. I saw a huge difference. So I really, that's my next step. Like I really want to motivate other people to focus on quality. I think that there's not enough quality in the streamer space. I think there's too many streamers, and I think there's not enough quality. honestly.
No, I
You know?
agree with that, and I think it's the convenience to 100%. I think people are comfortable,
Mm,
and they've made these things so that they can just post and ghost. You don't
yeah,
really need to put in the work, but you're gonna only benefit by putting in the work, by doing
absolutely.
those edits, by taking the time a little bit.
Right.
For me personally, it's like you think I want to go back and listen to a 2 hour episode where I was talking to this person and pick out things that I said to make clips. No, I already
Right.
had the conversation. I don't need to
Exactly.
relive the
It's like
conversation.
having
But
it twice.
yeah,
You
but
know?
somebody's got to do
Yeah.
it.
Right.
So if I have to do it, then get out there, look at your stuff,
Yeah.
clip it, get a moderator if you have to,
Yeah.
but make the edits, spruce it up a little bit,
Right.
and it's only going to benefit you to do
Yeah.
that work. And maybe you're not somebody who wants to get all those views. You're doing it for you. That's
Mm,
fine. Like you said, no shade to anybody,
no.
but if you are trying to grow a fan base, network, do that. The quality's got to be prioritized.
Absolutely. And this really goes out to the people that are prioritizing quality. This
Yeah.
doesn't we're not talking about the clickbaiters, the
No.
clip farmers. We're not talking about
No.
that. And that's a continuation to what I said prior. There's too many streamers. There's too many streamers. And if we actually start to focus on quality, all of that noise will die down. And then the quality will go back to the top like it was prior, like it was in the beginning. Think about the height of Twitch, right?
Yeah.
Think about the height of Twitch before YouTube Live or live streaming. Just gaming. Twitch was all gaming. Now it's literally like sitting in front of camera and popping a balloon with like 50 girls in the
Yeah.
background.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's not what it used to be, you
No,
know?
it's not. And there's so many different services too. And you hear these people, they're like, "Oh, go to Rumble. You can say what
Right.
you want." And it's like, what do I need to say, bro? I
Exactly.
I don't need to be like. I'm not censored on TikTok. I'm not a racist. I'm not homophobic. There's not much
Right.
I need to say, bro.
Right. Right. Right.
TikTok lets me kind of get away with everything that I need to get
Yeah.
away with. I don't
Yeah.
need these other services that are like, well, you can. And no, I don't need to call somebody that. I
No.
don't. When I get upset, that's not the first word that pops in my head. I'm sorry, bro.
Exactly. And
I
it's
do not
because
need
everything's
that
so
freedom of
vulgar.
speech.
Right,
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
Everything's so vulgar now, especially with the streams, and it's
Yes.
a younger audience. So they're like, the main apps are trying to limit that exposure to that audience. But then you
Correct.
have Rumble and you have Kick. That's like, we
Yes.
don't care what you say. Just come to our platform and
Yeah.
do whatever you want, you know? So that's the issue right there. That starts the oversaturation, right? That has a bunch of
Correct.
people hopping on trends. And even with Call of Duty, like this is what I realized, Chris, bro. Like I just started doing the Call of Duty streams 3 months ago,
Yes.
but I didn't start networking until last month. I'll be honest with you. The reason was because, like I said, I would play with my brother and other friends on stream on my first account for the first 3 months. What I realized is that when I started playing solos only, I was able to engage with my viewers more and I would get longer viewership and just
Mm.
overall engagement because here's the code that I cracked. If you're sitting there playing the game and you're communicating to your teammates, you're calming to your teammates, you're not able to communicate to chat. You're not able to communicate to chat. You're not able to talk to people that are coming in the building, right? So that killed my networking opportunities because there were so many other Call of Duty streamers that were coming to my stream and I would never talk to them because I'm talking to my teammates. So I stopped playing team games, duos, squads, trios. Stopped playing team games. I stopped playing ranked. I only played solos only, like the whole stream. And then I started the viewer games. During that time, I was able to meet a whole bunch of Call of Duty streamers, a bunch of them. And what I started to realize was the Call of Duty space specifically was extremely saturated. It's extremely saturated. Everyone from all like I thought you had to be good to be a streamer, but that's the era that I'm from.
That's exactly it. That's
Yeah,
that's
like the era I'm from, my upbringing, my background, I thought you had to be good. You had to have the best of the best. Maybe it's just me as a person, right? In terms of as a competitor and just as a content creator. I thought to myself that you had to have the best skill, the best everything, but there's like people that are new to the game streaming, you know?
Mhm.
And once again, no slight to them, but I'm starting to realize that there's a big saturation issue, you know,
Yes.
big saturation
Yes.
issue.
Yes. The thing with this is there's the other spectrum too. So there's obviously the skill.
Mhm.
To me, the skill has to come to be a streamer. Like you
Yes.
can't just be sitting here blanking. Like, what are we watching? And
Right.
it got to a point where that wasn't it. It was, can you be entertaining too? And it's like,
Yes.
well, as long as you're entertaining, I can kind of give you a pass. Now, if you're
Right.
gonna sit here and not engage and also be bad, why are you streaming?
Why? Yes.
I'm
Why?
sorry, it sounds harsh, but why are you here? What are
Exactly.
you doing it for?
You know.
Because you're not going to gain anything not engaging and also playing the game poorly.
Right.
So why are you streaming?
Right.
What is the why there? I'm really, sometimes I want to just pluck one of these guys aside, but it's almost rude to ask them that. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm
Exactly.
not trying to be. I just want to know your why. Like that's a big
Exactly.
thing in anything is what's your why?
What's the why? Why are you
Yeah,
doing this? What's the reason, the intent behind it? Most people lack passion, which what we talked about earlier. They don't even have a passion for it. Everyone's trying to chase the money bag. You know,
yes,
they're trying to chase the money bag. And I tell everyone on my stream, I used to tell people not to gift because I didn't know what gifting on TikTok was. I had no clue
right.
what it was. When I did content on TikTok these past couple years, I never scrolled, and I tell people that to this day. I've never scrolled on TikTok, and anyone I follow, I'm not an engager, and I
Yeah,
apologize to my people that want me to support them. If they tell me to comment, I will, But I never scroll on social media because I know that it's very poor for your dopamine. It's very bad for your dopamine, and I already experienced enough dopamine burnout by staring at a screen 4 hours a day.
yeah,
You
yeah,
get what I'm
exactly.
saying? so I forgot what I was saying, but yeah, you know what I mean?
Uh,
Like,
the gifts. You were telling people not to gift.
yeah, so okay,
Share
yeah.
more about
So I don't tell people to gift, and yeah, it's because of just my spiritual background. Like, the less you want something, the more you'll get of it.
it. The more
And
you'll
I
get.
have experienced that tenfold this past month on TikTok. I experienced that tenfold. And the other day, I like I told you, I accepted an invitation to a creator network. So that actually allows more monetized or monetizable features for my channel, and a lot of good things are coming my way because I'm not just streaming for money.
Exactly.
Everyone that comes to my stream, I genuinely appreciate the fact that they're there, and people are lacking that, and that's why I also want certain. That's why I'm trying to figure out what other streamers like. Why are you streaming? Because you're not responding to your audience.
That's
You
that's
know,
it.
you're not playing the game at an extremely high level. Um, some crazy things I've heard is like some people are streaming 10 hours a day. They're streaming 10 hours a day. They have their screen flipped upside down.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just like, I and just like you said, I want to pull this person aside and talk to them, but they will receive it as rude, no
Exactly.
matter
And it's
which
like
way you try to twist it.
I'm not trying to be rude. It's the
Yeah,
same thing as like I think that comes down to it sounds funny, but like, are you a coachable person? You know what I
exactly.
mean? Like, you need to be able to be coachable, and
Right.
not just in the sense of sports.
Mhm.
You need to be able to have somebody question what you're doing, and
Yeah.
you need to. And if you really are doing it for a reason, it shouldn't offend you. You should be able to kind of just have your answer.
Yes.
My answer for this, it's like, why did you podcast? Well, I did stand up comedy for a little bit. My
Mhm.
son was born. I'm not trying to be out at 2 a.m. on stage telling jokes,
Right. Right.
but I still like to be funny and talk
Yeah.
to people and engage.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yep.
Like this is the best form of that.
Right.
So there you go. Like
Yeah.
I can pull that answer out every time.
Every
I'm
time.
not going to get offended if you ask.
Yep.
I can ask you why you stream. You pulled it out every time.
Yeah.
It's like if you are offended that I'm asking you why you do something, the best way to put this, there was he was like a chef on
Mhm.
Twitter, and I said, "Oh, you never posted a plate." He said, "Who are you?" I'm like, "I just want to see the damn plate of food, bro. I want to know what you're cooking.
Right.
Like,
Right.
why are you so offended, bro?"
Jeez.
And I was like, if you tell me you're a musician and I
Mhm.
say, "Can you send me a song?" and you get offended, I'm just going to assume you don't trust your music.
Exactly.
You're not standing on it.
No.
So if you tell me you're a chef and I said, "Oh, I never seen you post a plate before. Send me something."
Right.
All right, never mind, bro. Like,
You don't trust in your
that's fine.
ability to cook.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Like, you keep making omelets for nobody. I don't know what to tell you. Like,
Right. Right.
why are you so mad at me for?
Nah. What I did want to tell you was something you brought up earlier. Shout out to my guys from the UK, man. Those guys, those are my best friends, man. They are my best friends. I met them 3 years ago. Yeah, I met them 3 years ago. And Grand Theft Auto Roleplay. Grand Theft Auto
Okay.
roleplay. Yep. We met in
Okay.
a. I used to play on a UK server, and I met them in the UK server, and we just bonded. Like we played for unhealthy hours, like 16 hours a day.
Oh,
You know,
Jesus.
unhealthy
Yeah.
hours, right? Unhealthy. Um, Unemployment hours. you
Yeah.
know.
Exactly.
But we bonded very closely over that time, and then I kind of ghosted. I kind of ghosted them. Like I started focusing on just like everything I'm doing now, kind of elevating myself to a point where I can hold an audience, whatever the case may be. And I didn't talk to them for a long time, and then I just started streaming, and I reached out to them, and then they came back into my way of being or my way of life, and they've been showing so much support. So shout out to them. Sylvia
Yeah.
was hilarious.
They're
You
so
know.
funny, bro. I forget what it was, but he was like, you were like, "Oh, Chewin, what's up?" I just popped in for a second. I think I was walking, and it was liver, and dude was like, "Oh, Chewin's here! Everybody clap!" And it's like, "Yo, shut up! Why are you such a smart ass?"
Right.
I'm like, everything you do, you got to be a smart ass. But
Yeah, every
those are
time.
the best people though, because like
Yeah,
it's authentic. They're not gonna
exactly.
change who they are just because your chat's here. They're gonna
Right.
talk
Whole
and
time.
they're gonna be themselves, and
Yeah,
I love that.
unapologetically.
They're so
I'm like, hey
they're
Silvio, like keep
ruthless.
it G, man. Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
kids here, and he's just chewing my ball sack or whatever. I'm like, bro, like,
I think I said like I was like, "Oi, oi!" I was doing
yeah,
British
oi, oi,
accent. So I was
oi.
like, "Oi, oi!" So, yeah, what did you chew in my ball sack?
I was hilarious. I was like, hey. But just
Yeah,
like you said, he's being himself,
yeah,
like just be
yeah.
yourself, man. Like I told him, like I implemented the text to speech for my,
Yep.
like you hear the person talking on the chat. And I said, hey man, your role is just to have as much fun with the text to speech, man. Like just troll me, just don't mess me up when I play,
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
But he's been having fun, and I'm so happy to have him today. We're actually doing the UK stream again. We're actually doing it in an hour. Yeah, we're doing
Okay.
it in an hour. So
Okay.
it's going to be a fun night tonight. I can't wait. I cannot wait.
Yeah, no, those guys, they're good. They're good people. They
Yeah.
have me dying every time they're in there. They're just fun to like just go back and forth with.
Right.
Even if I'm just in chat with them and they're going like now I gotta try to one up him or
Exactly.
whatever it might be. You implemented these cool things where it's like they could spin points, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Yeah.
And he might spin a one, and I'm like, yes, couldn't have happened to a
Yeah.
better
Yeah.
player.
I love those interactions. The wheel competition you guys were
Yeah,
having.
yeah,
It was so funny. You're like, hey, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for my turn. I'm waiting for my time. I'm like, yo, Chewin's about to spin the 100. Like he's about to spin the 100. you
but it's just
know.
like those little things like that, and I think that's another cool part of your stream too, where you got like competitions going
Yeah.
within the game. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
got your own competition. You're trying to win. You're trying to win this battle royale,
Yeah.
and then you got these guys who are just arguing about how many times they could tap the screen for likes so they can get up on
Right.
the leaderboard or
Yes.
spin this wheel, and it's like you're creating friendly competition within the stream too. So
Absolutely. And
it's a
I
cool
didn't even
feeling.
intend on it like that. I did want the community purpose going on, but I just wanted to add the leaderboard to see to have like to motivate people to see how much likes they have, because I couldn't show them myself and it doesn't tell me on
Yes.
studio. So I did that, but then a lot of like the girls that come into the stream, they love tapping. They'll do the
Mhm.
4 finger tap, or they'll just and they show a lot of support, and it actually ended up going very smooth because I implemented that a couple of days ago. I had no idea how it was going to turn out. Then last night we had like 263,000 likes. I've never had
Yeah,
that ever. I've
that's
never
crazy.
even been close to that. And over the past month, we've done like 1.5 million likes in like the past 3 weeks in total. And I'm just like, guys, like I appreciate the source of support so much, but it's just like you said, it's the friendly competition
Yeah,
that is inviting everyone in to participate in all these different elements of the stream.
exactly.
It's amazing.
Exactly. And I've seen, firsthand, I've kind of seen the growth where it was like the one night you were like, oh, we never had 60K likes before. Let's hit it. And like they hit it right at the buzzer.
Yeah,
And
at
now
the
it's
end.
like 100 plus,
Yeah,
150 plus. And it's
every
like
time.
that growth, it's really cool to see. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, no, thank you so much. I can't wait to see what's next. Tonight is a big night for me because I joined the agency. I joined a Talenture agency, the Creator Network, and I joined right when they're doing a Warzone solo tournament. A solo
Oh, okay.
tournament. All I do is play solos.
Yeah.
And basically it's a private match of the other Call of Duty streamers in the agency. They're all going against each other. basically.
Mm.
But the prize, there's 3 to 5 matches, and if you win, if each one you win a galaxy. But there's 3 to 5 matches, so I could win up to 3 to 5 galaxies.
Yeah.
You know,
No, sure.
and last night I practiced for it in a private match, and I won one private match. But I wasn't playing solos; I was playing quads. So
Oh,
tonight
okay.
is like a big night. I'm gonna goof around with the UK guys around from like
Oh, yeah.
five to
Naturally.
seven,
Yeah.
and then from like 8 to 9, I'm going to lock it in because when I play for money, man, like I want to win. Like I want to be the best. You know what I mean? I
Oh, yeah.
really do. You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, that's especially with money on the line. You know, I'll be streaming, I was streaming the college game and somebody popped in. They're like, "You care to wager?" And I'm like, "No." Because like I told them, I was like, if you came to me and you said you care to play for money, I already know you're better than me. I'm
Hmm.
good right now. I'm just trying to get this damn
Right.
championship, bro.
Yeah.
Follow me and we can play each other in the future. But right now, I do
Yeah.
not care to wager with you.
Right. Right.
I'll tell you straight to your face. Because then I got to lock in. I'm not even going to focus on chat the way I want to. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
I need to.
It's energetic. It's anxious.
Yeah.
You know, like when you play for money, it doesn't feel like how it feels when you're not playing for money.
No, it doesn't.
You know,
I don't even want to stream that game. Like it's just me and you playing for
right,
money right now. I'm not.
right, right.
I don't want to
Exactly.
be entertaining. I don't want to worry about how the stream's going. I just want to be
No,
right here the
yes.
whole time.
I tell people like I want to just focus on the screen, but you have the chat. You
You
know,
do, yeah.
so you have the chat. Like you can just never get disengaged from chat, man. It's so
No,
crucial.
no,
You know, it's so crucial. But
yeah,
another thing I wanted to tell people was about agencies. So a lot of people tell me joining a creator network is bad. Joining an agency is bad. There's a lot of fake agencies. But the reality is that they offer benefits, but only if you, what we talked about, provide quality content. You know,
mm,
there's so many guys in this agency that stream 1 day a week or 2 days a week. And then if they are streaming, they lack what we talked about, either the skill or the overall quality or the engagement. And I've really joined this creator network to be high in the rankings, you know, because they give bonuses to people that stream a long time, and their minimum, Chris, bro, is you only have to stream 7 days a month
mm.
and 14 hours a month. I stream 80 hours a
That's.
month.
I was gonna say that's
You know, I stream 8 times that minimum, 7 times
yeah.
that minimum. You know what I mean? So I joined the network to kind of flex my muscle, right? And say, hey, I'm one of the higher performing streamers of this content creator network. I would like to be reimbursed, right?
Yeah.
So what they do is TikTok takes 50% of the gifts you get automatically. When your stream ends, it's not taken out. Like the gift you receive is the money you get. In the back end, TikTok already took 50% of that. So
Right.
let's say like a rose is like 20 cents. Um, I get 10 cents off rip, and TikTok takes 10 cents. I don't even see it. With the creator network, they take part of that 10 cents. But the
Mm.
good thing with the creator network is that they give bonuses at the end of the month if you have high stream time and high diamond accumulation. So if you get a lot of gifts, and they'll say, okay, TikTok took 50% of your gifts this month, we'll give you 20% back.
Okay.
Here's $50.
That's
You
yeah.
know, here's $60, whatever the case may be. It's all about how many diamonds you've accumulated. So I'm saying this to say that if anyone asks you about creator networks, or because you deal with streamers, you deal with a lot of
Yeah.
streamers. If they ask you about creator networks, please inform them that it is performance based. It's performance based. You don't just go to creator network and then all your wishes are granted. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
You know, it's very performance based. So I just want to relay that to you as someone that's been in the creator network for the past couple of days and has really taken the time to understand what I'm in and where I'm headed. You know.
No, that's cool. That's good information to have because, like you said, the stigma around them is there's too many of them. They're all fake. None of them
Yeah.
are going to benefit you. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, you're probably hearing that from the people who are coming in once a week,
Yes.
hitting the minimum. They're like,
Yeah.
here's the minimum that you have to hit, and they're like, oh, I could do that,
Right.
but they don't want to exceed that, so they're not gonna have the benefits that somebody like you has, who's doing 20 hours a week on
Yeah.
the street minimum. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that is good to know. It kind of gets rid of that stigma and lets you know like there is a benefit here if you're willing to put in the work. Just like that's
Yeah.
how anything should be. I mean,
Anything.
you put in the work if you want results. You're not just gonna
Right.
wish, like you said, you're not gonna wish for it and it just comes.
Yeah, it's not instant like anything, and TikTok provides so many ways to get monetized as a streamer. You can get monetized through the sounds that you use, the music you use. You can get monetized through the creator incentive program. Once you have 10,000 followers, you can get paid per post, per per TikTok post, like daily if you post daily, right? You can get paid with gifts. You can get paid with all type of stuff, And I tell people that once you hire your quality, you're going to receive like a huge flow of all of that, followers, likes, gifts, and then you're going to get paid more because you can join Creator Network and they can reward you for your hard work. Or just over time, you can get 10,000 followers and then now you're in the TikTok incentive program, and people join TikTok and don't know any of these things. I didn't. I learned this by, like I explained to you, just streaming for 3-4 months and just learning everything myself and realizing that there's a lot of different routes to go, but it's based on quality once again.
It is. I think that's really what it boils down to with everything. And these are all things that I just really recently learned because really I wasn't using TikTok the way I could have the whole time I've had it. I've really only used it to post something that I maybe found funny or just the podcast clip for that week, and then just kind of post ghost, not really engage, not really scroll, follow people at work. And then I found a streamer, and I was like, oh, there's a market here like that. And then it comes back down to what we talked about earlier.
Right.
And that's when I was like, what am I doing? So then I started looking into diamonds, like you're saying, the creator program, like you're saying, and really educating myself the way that I don't think a lot of people do educate themselves. Like you said,
yeah,
there's so much there at your fingertips if you're creating content, streaming, whatever it might be, that people do not tap into because they just don't know any better.
Yeah. No, and TikTok kind of hides it. I mean, yeah, it's in the tools, it's in the studio, but like it's under like 10 other options.
Yeah, it ain't.
Like it's at the bottom.
There.
Yeah, it's at the bottom. You just like it doesn't really explain much when you click on it. But that's an incentive to being in an agency or a creator network. Like you get a manager instantly, and then any questions you have, you don't have to go to this AI ran TikTok support. Like TikTok support is all AI. There's rarely ever a real person. Even if you get a real agent, trust me, I've tried it, But when you have a manager, they can instantly connect you to anyone in TikTok, and get you answers to actual questions that you have about streaming. You know what I mean? So once again, it's quality based. But if you are on the higher end of, your streaming and your quality, go ahead and join a network and definitely like raise the roof in terms of your monetization, because it's there. And out of all the platforms, I think TikTok's the best. YouTube only pays you through super chat and regular monetization ads.
Yeah.
And then that's the same with all streaming platforms. It's all ad based, like ad revenue. But TikTok gives you like 5 different ways to make money. It's insane,
Yeah, no, I don't think I've said it before. I agree with that. I think TikTok does it the right way.
Yeah.
Anybody, I didn't even realize this until I had Papa Bazaar is his name. He's a streamer on here. And I had him on, and I was like, he goes, oh, I got live when I was like 300 followers. Like, I thought you need 1K. And he's like, no, you can apply. He's like, here's a link, go apply, and then you do it. And I was like, oh, so they have these things that they don't advertise. I had no idea. When I look up how to go live on TikTok, the first thing that comes up is 1,000 followers.
Right.
It does not tell you go to this website and apply, go do this. So it's like you said, they do a good job hiding it. But once you do your research, connect with these people, and do these things, they do a good job at monetizing you almost off rip. Like anybody can send me a gift right now. I don't really have like almost 700 followers. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not raking it in, but anybody can go in there and be like, here's a galaxy off rip. So
instantly.
I agree. I think that TikTok does it the best way right now.
Yeah. I tell so many of my friends to do it. I tell all my friends, hey, hop on TikTok, set it up. But a lot of people lack ambition. I'll just say that, they're like, hey, I already stream on YouTube, man. I stream on Twitch. I'm like, maximize your opportunities, maximize your opportunities. But it is already hard enough to stream on one platform. The setup to multi-stream and all those things, like it's very tedious. Exactly. It's extremely tedious. So I think TikTok has something extremely special for people and creators. And I think as of right now, if you're a new streamer, you should definitely go to TikTok for sure. You should definitely go to TikTok.
It's also, the networking is so easy on TikTok. Bro. They map it out for you. You just go comment on something. Go hop in like the live tab and just find a live and find somebody playing a game you might like or something. And then you've already done networking without even realizing you've done networking.
Right.
Especially if you're somebody who just doom scrolls,
Yeah.
you can doom scroll with a purpose
E-
now. Like,
Exactly.
you're
Exactly.
better off doing it that way. Before, because it is 4:15. I know your schedule.
Yeah.
We're about to get out of here.
Yeah.
Before we do,
Mhm.
I was bringing up rap earlier.
Yeah.
My buddy's a musician. What's the talk to me a little bit about the hip hop background, the music background rather.
Right. Okay. So I've been making music since I was like 8. I've been writing since I was 7. When I was very young, I read at a very high level. So the reading level that I was supposed to be at the time that I was reading, I excelled by like 3, 4 grades. Okay.
Mm.
I'm very into hip hop because of my dad. He was a signed musician to a couple record labels, and he just put me on with all of the old school music from all of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and that was rare for people my age, especially at that time because the new age music was coming out. This is like around MySpace time.
Yeah.
Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Drake, like they're just running the game. And those are my favorite artists. So I got to deal with the new school at that time, but also a blend of old school. And that kind of helped me cultivate my image as an artist and also the way I rap. So I melodize and I sometimes sing, but it's like Future singing or Lil Uzi
Yeah.
Vert singing. It's auto
Yeah.
tune. And but I the same way with my stream, I care about quality. So if I make a song, I choose the best beat possible, the best beat. Like I'll listen to 100 beats and I only pick one that is the best out of all of
Mhm.
them. I do not write because when I was younger, I wrote so much that now I can just freestyle songs instantly. Like my musical ability is very, very high, extremely high. And the same with the streaming. I refuse to release music until everything is picture perfect, ready to go. We have the budget, we have the marketing plan, we have the song release schedule, we have the music video shot. I actually scheduled myself to shoot videos in Los Angeles a couple months ago.
Hmm.
But to be honest with you, bro, I just got caught up in some gambling, and I was a big gambler, and I kind of
Yeah.
just threw a couple thousand away. Threw a couple thousand
Gotta
away.
be careful.
So I had to reschedule my music plans by a couple months.
Yeah.
Um, I don't gamble no more. I don't recommend gambling to nobody. But yeah, so to just wrap up the music thing, I will be releasing music around next year, but I am trying to pair it with the hype of Grand Theft Auto 6. And
Mm.
there's a lot of strategy implemented. I feel as though once Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, I will be at the quote unquote peak of my 1 year venture. So 1 year from now, when I switch over to playing Grand Theft Auto 6 for 8 to 10 hours a day, I will be at the peak of like my online exposure. And during that peak of online exposure is when I'll release my music. Boom. On another channel,
That makes sense.
obviously.
That makes sense.
Then I can cross promote. I can make Grand Theft Auto highlight montages with shooting and driving with my
Yeah.
music, right? And then I can post my music on my other channel daily. So it's cross promotion, and then I can kind of use leverage essentially to catch the algorithm and then quote unquote blow up if possible. And
Yeah.
that's what
No,
it's.
that's awesome. That's awesome. No, I just I'm big into music. Very similar upbringing in the sense that uh, my father, the first tape I ever got was Onyx's "Back the Fuck Up." I got it on a cassette. I was a
Nice.
child, so it's like
Nice.
the first tape I ever got. And then I grew up with the Slick Rick,
Mm-hmm.
the Onyx, the Eric B. Rakim. Like I grew up
Wow.
on
Yeah.
all the old school stuff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then obviously I do like the modern stuff. That's an old dirty bastard painting right there behind me.
Oh wow.
So it's like
My
I grew
dad,
up
my
like
dad's favorite rapper is Rakim and Old Dirty
really,
Bastard. Yeah,
really. I got an old dirty bastard South Park tattoo on my leg.
bro. Wow, bro, that's actually
So
crazy.
it's
That
like
is crazy, bro.
yeah, I get self conscious about it because it's a little, I'm a white guy with a fucking little
Nah,
cartoon
you're
black man on
good,
my
bro.
leg, but
You're
like,
cultured. You're super cultured. Super
that's
cultured.
so funny, bro. But yeah, no. So anytime somebody tells me they rap,
Mhm.
I'm always interested in their influence, their
Yeah.
sound, and honestly, like you said, like how you release. Are you just recording on your phone and sending it out? You know what I mean? I don't. That's hard for me to listen to. Even
Right.
if I like what you're saying, I really do care about like production
Yeah.
a lot, and I
Yeah.
think that's. I'd honestly just call this episode quality, because it's really, it all comes back to the
All of
same
that.
exact
Right.
thing. So
Right.
no, that's cool. You kind of hit all the notes on that for me. So I'm
Yeah, of
looking forward to
course.
that as well.
Of course, bro. Of course. Like when it comes out, I'll let you know. Like it's coming soon. And in the end of my stream, I play one of my songs. I don't know if you've ever seen it or been there at the outro, but during the outro, I play one of my songs that I released on SoundCloud. It's called "You Know." It's one of the only
Okay.
songs I just released, just as like a practice, just
Yeah.
as like just putting
Yeah, you
something out
got it.
there, testing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
But more music will release soon, and I'll definitely give you the heads up when it comes out, bro, for sure.
That's awesome. Before I let you go, plug away any accounts that you want to plug.
Okay.
I'm going to also put links and everything in the description everywhere. This will be on Amazon Music, YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And it comes out Thursdays. It's 6 a.m. So this coming Thursday, I don't know the date off the top of my head.
Okay.
But,
Awesome.
it'll be out then. So just plug away anything that you want to plug.
Yep.
And again, they'll be in the description.
Awesome, guys. My name is DeAndre, also known as DeAndre Y'all. Please follow my gaming channel, DeandreYallGames. I play Call of Duty. I teach people how to play Call of Duty, and I play with my viewers. So you're into gaming or any type of thing like that, please join that channel. I have another music channel called DeAndre Y'all, where I react to music and I post things. So it's probably going to be linked below. Just go ahead and show support to those channels. Shout out to Chewin the Rag for having me on this podcast. He's been an amazing host. I will be back 1,000%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you'll be back.
Like you guys are gonna see me. Yep.
We'll talk.
Y'all will be
talk,
seeing
you'll
me.
be back.
Right. Y'all will be seeing me. So y'all get more info on the channel as we grow and as we do better. And I hope to see you guys on the next episode, maybe in a couple weeks, maybe in a couple days, maybe a couple months, who knows? maybe, you know what I'm saying? Maybe a couple hours. I'll be back later.
Yeah, exactly.
You feel me?
You'll spin the block tonight.
Yeah. But yes, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for having me.
Bro, I appreciate you coming on. I mean, like I said, you're about to be literally not even getting up because you're going to be streaming in about 10 minutes from now. So
Yep.
I appreciate you taking the time and hopping in here before. And I'm looking forward to the next time for sure.
Yeah, of course. Of course. I'm going to get the UK guys situated. We're probably going to go live in like 40 minutes because I got to arrange some things. But thank you so much for having me, bro. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yes, sir. I'll see you soon, okay?
See you soon.
Peace, bro. Peace.